needs of the population. More than 70% of Ghanaian farmers cultivate cassava, making it a key source of income for rural households across all administrative regions. As the country's most consumed root crop, each Ghanaian consumes an average of more than 150 kilograms of cassava annually. Beyond being a staple food, cassava serves as a valuable industrial raw material. It is processed into high quality cassava flour for baking and starch used in industries such as paper production, textiles, and adhesives. With its contribution to livelihoods, nutrition, and industry, cassava remains a cornerstone of Ghana's agricultural economy. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Afternoon Business Review, where we tell you what moves money and markets. Let's go straight to the commodities market to find out how much crude oil, gold, and cocoa are being sold. Crude oil is selling at $80 per barrel. Gold is being pegged at $4,022 per ounce, and cocoa is priced at $5,172 per ton. And on the interbank market, where the major currencies are retailed, the dollar is selling at 11 cedi 64 pesos. And if you want to buy, you are likely to buy a dollar at 11 cedi 63 pesos. The British pound is trading at 15 cedis 49 pesos. It is buying at 15 cedis 48 pesos. And the euro is going for 13 cedis 25 pesos. If you want to buy, you are likely to get €1 for 13 cedis 24 pesos. Let's move to the Ghana Stock Exchange to find out how the stocks are doing. Kathleen Dati of DataBank has an update from the Ghana Stock Exchange for us.
The stock market extended its bullish run on Monday with 6 gainers and 6 laggards. The top gainers were Ecobank Ghana, MTN Ghana, and Casapreco, while Cal Bank, Enterprise Group, and ETI declined. Driven by the price moves, the Ghana Stock Exchange Composite Index surged to a year-to-date return of 75.46%, while the DataBank Stock Index surged to a return of 90.94%. MTN Ghana and Ecobank Ghana traded the most, accounting for 58.82% of the market turnover after trading 1.8 million shares across 29 counters. For DataBank Research, Kathleen Dazi.
So the stories that are shaping the Ghanaian economy, the biggest one. We have two. We have the International Monetary Fund Executive Board approving the final review of Ghana's 3 billion extended credit facility, which means that very soon the last tranche will hit the government of Ghana's account at the Bank of Ghana, and that will mark the end of that arrangement or program with the IMF. And going forward, they are going to give us some capacity building and other advice. Now, we can decide not to take the advice on because we are no more under their wings. So we can decide to take the advice or not. But it will be near to our own good if we took the advice. Yes. But it is economic freedom. It's economic freedom. Now the government can go ahead and do a lot of things. So that is the biggest story that is shaping the Ghanaian economy. We also know that the Parliament of Ghana is going to debate. So the parliamentarians are going to debate the mid-year budget review, whether they are going to agree and disagree on some of the policies the Finance Minister, Dr. Kasiala Tuforsen, put out in that statement that he made last week. So these are some of the stories shaping the Ghanaian economy. Now we're going to delve into a big conversation, and we are privileged to have one president here. One president here, Mr. Clement Boateng, the president of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, is in our studios this afternoon. He is on the afternoon business review right here on Class 91.3 FM. I told you this is where we break down all the stories to ensure that you understand what is going on, how your money is being moved, and how the market is turning around. Good afternoon, sir, and thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon, my sister. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So yesterday you issued a statement, a strong-worded statement to your members, and you said that they are not complying with something that a court has ruled on, and which you have directed that they all stick to whatever the court has put out. What exactly was that?
Yeah, good afternoon once more, and thank you for having me. We have something which is known as a container administrative charge. And this container administrative charge has a history behind it. Back in the days at the ports, we all know that Ghana Port Authority is the custodian of the ports. But some years back, they were having some challenges as far as logistics were concerned at the port. If the vessel arrive, they have to offload, the containers to the terminals and be doing what we call some stevedoring, job at the port. But because those days they were not having equipments to be doing that job, the shipping lines who are here, because it is the shipping lines, that transport our cargoes from wherever we import the goods to the ports. Yeah. So the shipping lines here, were doing that sort of a job because Ghana Port Authority then, they didn't have the equipment. And so there was a fee of $10 that they were charging around that time. When we go out there to bring a cargo, there is a freight charge that we pay.
Yeah.
So we thought, why is it that after paying the freight charge, and your cargo has been transported from wherever you loaded it to Ghana here, then you have to come and then pay another fee. It's like giving a parcel to VIP to Kumasi or any other part of the country for you. When you send your parcel there, you pay the cost. So when the parcel gets to the destination, whoever is going to receive the parcel is not supposed to
not at all
pay anything. So it's the same scenario. So like I was telling you, this has been happening, and it has gone on for a long time, and it has reached a situation that currently the fee is almost between 3,000 and 3,500. Yes, and we think it is not in the best interest as far as the cost of doing business is concerned. So we've been raising this issue, and we know that now the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority are equipped. They have logistics, everything, and they are doing those jobs at the port now. So we were even saying it's about time that container administrative charge is even scrapped. You see, but Ghana Shippers Authority, being so magnanimous, think that you as regulators at the port, let's come out with something small for them, so that they take it just like that. So Shippers Authority, as the new law Act 1122, mandates them to come out with fees and charges within the shipping industry. So we had a meeting with them. They also had a meeting with this shipping lines. It has been back and forth. And then shippers authorities say, my people, let's offer them something. So initially they even proposed 550 Ghana cedis. Then we had a meeting which was chaired by the transport minister, and then the minister intervened and said, okay, no, let's make it 720. So we all agreed that this is the fee, that has been prescribed by the shippers authority for this shipping lines to charge. So the shipping lines, came back and said no. They are going to court, to prevent shippers authority from charging, for allowing them to charge that 720, because they think that money is small. So still they insisted, going on to charge their outrageous fee that they are of 3,000, between 3,000 and 3,500. So they went to court, asking the court, to injunct shippers authority from the fee that has been, given to them. The court, having listened to both parties, said that no, shippers authority as a regulator has every right, to come out with that fee, and so therefore the shipping lines are obliged to collect that 720 Ghana cedis. So we've been monitoring the situation since the court made that pronouncement. What we found out, because we work with the freight forwarders. So what we heard was that no, still the shipping lines are refusing to collect that 720 and still insisting on charging whatever fees that they are charging, because what they are saying is that they haven't received any orders from their principals abroad, and so therefore until they receive orders from their principals, they
to collect the new
rate. They are not going to collect the new rate, which is something that beats my imagination. You send a matter to court, the court has made pronouncement on it, and you are saying you are waiting for your principals outside to give you directive before you adhere to the court ruling. So good things, there are laws in this country, and if you are an investor, foreign investor, and you come into this country, you should know that there are rules and regulations that you have to abide with. And so we think authorities must come in and then make sure that the approved fee of that 720 cedis is the right fees to be charged by this shipping line. So that is why we came out with that statement.
Right. So after monitoring and noticing that the shipping lines are still charging the old rate, did you engage the Shippers Authority, which is the regulator of that space?
Oh yes, we have engaged them. Even Shippers Authority was even part of the monitoring team that
went round.
That went round. So right. Yeah, they are aware. So what they have told us is that they are also doing everything within the law to make sure that they charge the approved fee. So we should exercise a little bit of restraint.
Right. So beyond this statement that you have issued, if it doesn't go in your favor, which is the Shippers Authority acting immediately to ensure that the shipping lines charge the new rate, what will be the action that Guta is going to take to ensure? Because then your members are going to have to pay that 3,500 instead of 720 cedis.
Yes, you see, we don't want to even get to that situation, because government is trying as much as possible to reduce the cost of doing business, and this all adds to the cost of doing business. So we think government must intervene to make sure that the shipping lines complied. So if we wait and still they refuse to comply, then we will have no option than proceed further. Maybe send a petition to the office of the president, because I could remember back in the days during the first time of His Excellency John Mahama, there was an issue of this nature with the shipping lines, and then quickly that time Honorable Fifi Kwete, he was the transport minister then. Yes, he stepped in personally and then issued some statement ordering these shipping lines, to do whatever the right thing, and they complied. You see, so we are waiting, for Shippers Authority, because they have promised us to act. To act, and we know they will do something, because I am even on the board of Shippers Authority. I'm a board member of the Shippers Authority. Yes, so I've engaged Professor Jampo on this issue, and he has told me that we should relax. They will definitely, work on it so that the shipping lines comply.
Is the current transport minister aware of this?
He's aware.
He's aware.
Yes.
What has been his
Well, for now, we haven't heard anything since this shipping lines, refuse to collect this amount. We haven't, as yet heard anything from him. So maybe after this our statement, we will contact him and then get his side of the story, and then if nothing is done about it, then we proceed further to the highest office.
Right. How does this affect consumers? If a shipping line is charging 720, 3,500 instead of 720, how does it affect me?
It affects a consumer because no businessman is a Father Christmas. And as you know, every cost that we incur as a result of clearing of our goods, we will definitely add it to the cost build-up, and then spread it on the prices that we sell. So if I'm to pay this 3,500, definitely I'll have to add it to my cost build-up, and then let the consumer pay. But we think the purchasing power of the Ghanaian consumer is low, and so we don't want to burden the consumer so much, and that is the reason why we want to fight, to make sure that these shipping lines, do the right thing. Yes.
So what is the overall assessment of doing business at the port? I know that President Mahama has said that there's so many steps that they have taken to ensure that the cost there comes down. Is that the case?
Yes, like I told you, government is trying, to bring cost of doing business down. And if you want to talk about cost of doing business, monies that we pay at the ports cannot be isolated, because it forms a large, chunk of whatever calculation, yes, that we make. And everybody can attest to the fact that with the stability of our currency, it has some bearing on the duties that we pay, because it is the exchange rate that is used at the port to calculate the duty and then convert it into cedis for us to pay. So with the current stability that we are having with our currency, it has reduced the duties that we are paying at the port. But we think the whole duty regime that currently pertains must be overhauled, because if you take a duty paper which we call a bill of entry. A bill of entry is a duty paper where all the fees levies and charges that you are supposed to pay are listed on that paper. And I remember very well, in the run-up to the election, we had the opportunity of meeting the then candidate and now the president, His Excellency. And as part of our grievances, the duties was one of the area that we, complained to him, because on that meeting we show him that bill of entry, and after having a look at it, he said, "Is this what you people are content with?" And we told him that yes, because we have about 22 items that we have to pay. And he said he promised that when it comes to power, he will try as much as possible to do something about it, to rationalize the whole duty regime. So,
Has that been done?
It hasn't been done. Upon assuming power, we had some engagement with the Ministry of Finance, and told the ministry that it's about time they, fulfill their promise of rationalizing the whole duty regime. But they also told us that government needs revenue, and moreover, they want to put in some structures at the port to make sure that the government also maximize its revenue, because they think there are some loopholes at the port which is not making government to get the desired revenue. So they have to do that before they come to the duty rationalization. And we said, okay,
Did they give you any timeline?
They didn't give us any timeline, but that's what he told of, plugging the loopholes and then making sure that government maximize revenue is the implementation of the publican AI. Because the publican AI, as they have introduced it at the port now, is making government to get more revenue. Yes, if you look at the time that they started the implementation, somewhere middle of March to January, government has raked in about $300 million. So we think government is now getting the desired revenue. And so if government is getting the desired revenue, then it's about time that they also look at the rationalization, so that at least traders, and for that matter importers, could also have a little bit of relief, and then for consumers also to have some rebate as far as price of goods and services are concerned.
Right. Let's move away from the port, and we have to be wrapping up soon. We have hit the end of the first half of the year. How has business been like?
Well, business hasn't been all that bad, because it is the responsibility of government to create an enabling environment for businesses to thrive. And everybody can attest to the fact that if you want to have a look at the microeconomic indices, they are all pointing to the positive direction. I've already talked about the stability of our currency. Inflation is low. We have
the policy rate is down,
also,
and was maintained.
14%. Policy rate has been maintained for 3 consecutive time, and then once policy rate goes down, it also have an effect on the lending rate, as far as the Ghana reference rate. But we think still something can be done as far as lending rate is concerned. Currently, some banks are doing 15, 16, 17% thereabout, which we think is still on the high side. Because I've always been saying that within the West Africa sub-region, countries that Ghana's economy are bigger than them are even lending on a single digit. So why is it that Ghana, we cannot, lend on a single digit? And if you listen to the finance minister, even in Africa, currently Ghana is the 8th biggest economy. So if Ghana is the 8th biggest economy, and countries that our economies are doing far, far better than them are lending at a single digit, then we should also, try as much as possible to lend at a single digit, so that businesses can borrow and then expand their businesses and create more employment. But on the whole, businesses are not doing bad because, as I've already said, all the macroeconomic indices are pointing to the right direction.
What figure are you looking at in terms of
The
the
lending
lending rate?
a single digit, maybe in the 8-9%, because you see, the governor, Dr. Esiedo, is doing very, very well.
Esiama.
Sorry, Dr. Siama, Pandit Siama is doing very, very well. And he has said that before he exits office, he would like to see that the banks are lending on a single digit. They are doing their possible best. But one thing which is not making the banks, lend on a single digit is that almost all the commercial banks in Ghana do make their money in the loans that they offer.
out,
Yes. So instead of the banks to diversify into other areas and then other portfolios and make sure that they also get money from them, they don't want to do that because they think that is the easiest way of making money. And so they don't want to, go down as far as interest rates or lending rates are concerned, because they think when the interest rates are high, then when they lend, then they can also make some money there. But they should help the governor, to achieve his desire and try as much as possible. Yes, his vision, and try as much as possible, to also look at, lending on a single digit.
Yeah, we could get there. I mean, the
Gradually.
target of the Bank of Ghana when it comes to the policy rate is plus or minus 8.
Yes,
so
yes.
we will get there. I'm very hopeful that we will get there.
Definitely.
And you have a strong word for the banks. The Mr. Clement Watson, the president of GUTA, says, diversify your portfolio. Do not put all your hopes on and your dreams and everything, on loans you give to. But they have also complained that you don't pay the loans. Your risks are very high.
You see, that is what I don't want to hear from the banks. Always talking about risk. Because in this era of digitalization, why do you talk about risk? Now, if you lend money to Mr. A, you know where Mr. A is. There is even a system, to check those who don't repay their facility. They have a system called Credit Reference Bureau that they can use, to check the history of defaulters, so that if I default and maybe tomorrow I move from bank A to bank B, you will know that I'm not creditworthy, and so therefore you don't have to, lend to me. So their issue of risk. I don't want to hear that risk at all.
Very well, thank you very much. Clement Watson is the president for the Ghana Union of Traders Association, and this afternoon he's joined us on the afternoon business review on Class 91.3. We've been talking about their concern regarding the container administrative charge, and they are saying that even though a court has ruled that the shipping line should charge just about 720 cedis, they have failed to do so, and they are overcharging. They are charging 3,000 plus, and so Clement Watson and his members are not happy about it, and we also moved on to talk about doing business in Ghana. So this has been the afternoon business review. Many thanks for your time as always, and we'll come your way again tomorrow with another edition. My name is Oye Ankrah. Have a good afternoon.